All right, everyone, hello and welcome back once again. Septum 7 facing off against Team Arcadia this time. Losing Road, like we mentioned, unfortunately did forfeit all the games for the week. So that will change things up. As far as the brackets are concerned, Septum 7 is sitting first place right now. Team Arcadia, with their last victory, sitting 2-2, tied with Team Illusion at 2-2 as well. So second place still up for grabs. I believe Septum 7 with that, unless they lose this game and their next game as well. And then it gets all sorts of weird shenanigans-y stuff that we have yet to actually work out the math for, which I will not be doing. I'll be deferring to anybody else to do the math on, because we know what'll happen if I try to do this again. It won't end well, just to sum it up in a couple of words. But for now, it's going to be Septum 7, like I said, against Team Arcadia's Group A, Round 2, Week 7, European Challenger Cup, Summer Split, Season 2, Month 6, Day 26, 28, not 26, that was Friday, 2015, Week something of the year. I don't have any more numbers to kind of poke fun out, try to imitate Bart. Yeah.
I don't think your heart's really in it.
No, it really wasn't.
Anyway,
I missed it, and
Giannis
that little bit of gold I missed.
One
it's gonna be
goal
total
a minute.
destruction for the entire team because of it. I mean, the viewer count just like chunked. Picks and bans are underway. I'm like just second band getting up here. They're flying through these. They don't respect a production guy who has to try and talk and find names. I mean, Athena is sometimes Artemis, and Giannis is hiding amongst the J's, and I'm looking at like, why is Giannis not next to Thor on this list? He should be, because that's where I'm looking, but he's not. He's in the correct order, alphabetically speaking. I don't know. Picks and bans, though, underway. Wait. We don't do the other thing, but we should, and I want to do it, but we can't because, well, we've been doing this now for a couple minutes. It's delayed. We can't. It wouldn't feel right anymore.
I don't get it. I'm lost. What other thing? What are we missing?
The J's and L's? Those things?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. That's not our thing.
We need to do some banter. We need to do some of that as well. We get Hindu off the charts. We do Adonis. I think we did Adonis yesterday. Notebooks. Let's see. We got the stats. Well, let's see. What are the stats, guys? Yes. Put that down and away.
You're flipping through paper.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard that.
Blank. It's blank, like Adonis's notebook.
And I'm just gonna pick it up and throw it over your shoulder.
That you would have very long arms to do that. And that would be kind of creepy.
It's not even real. It's just a prop to make you look good.
We can cover the BM during the game, and who else do we have left to poke fun at? Was it everybody?
I think we covered everyone. F-Dot.
I
think F-Dot's the only one we missed.
Garlic. There we go. That's the extent of it. You talked about it yesterday on stream. I don't know. Picks and bans are like done, and we're like halfway through because I got completely off track. Poking in front of all the cast, except for Hindu, will cover in game. If he was here, apparently they commandeered his casting room at the hi-rez studio, so he's unable to actually be here today. All I hear is excuses. Apollo, Agni getting picked up. There's a game in progress. We're completely off topic at this point. We're not even remotely close. I'm going to shut up for a minute, fly through the rest of these, and we can talk about the team comps overall in just a moment. Kind of catch things back up. You can talk about whatever you want right now. Ideally about the picks and bans, but, you know, whatever.
Well, there's a lot of room for me to talk about picks and bans at this stage. Neith was left open, first picked by the guys on the left-hand side. And I'm not getting them showing up, so I'm not even going to mention which teams they are. Although, right side is Team Arcadia, so yeah. So we've got Septem 7 on the left-hand side. And I mean, they're at 4-0. You mentioned that 100% right. They're at 4-0, and SixSigma are at 2-2. So if Septem 7 lose this game and their last game, we can have a 3-way tie. But only that way can we have a 3-way tie.
I'm not... That was raw. I didn't click lock in. Production. Why won't Ra lock in? There is a Ra pickup. It's currently blank. Ra refuses to lock in because Ra was already locked in previously because that's actually a Bacchus. I fix one thing and break another. That wasn't Poseidon. I was trying to make sure stuff worked on her. Everything should now be correct, so there's no duplicates up on the screen, which there shouldn't be allowed. That's why I couldn't lock in that Ra. Nevertheless, picks and bans up on the screen in their entirety right now. I think I see 10 gods picked. I see 6 gods banned. Numbers, I can count to those, apparently. Looking at the team comps, though, we kind of got distracted for this picks and bans. Let's take a serious look at what both these teams are looking to run, however. Septum 7, double hunters coming out for those guys. Fat Loki as well, looking to be run in the jungle. Agni mid, support Geb. Team Arcadia, Thor in the jungle, Bellona solo, Ra mid, Bacchus on her duo lane. Going for more balanced team composition. Bellona, that disarm could definitely ruin many hunters' day. Hit both of them as well. That's a decent bit of time when you're actually doing nothing as a hunter. Neith a little less up because she can use her abilities to a good effect, but nevertheless, hunters late game, pretty much just about those in hands.
Yeah, it was really, really weird to see them go for Neith straight up with Bellona on the table. I think I prioritized Bellona a heck of a lot more than I prioritized Neith, especially on this patch. And, yeah, you know, I'm just interested to see what that, but we're gonna see Anhur versus Apollo, I'd say, in the solo lane, in the duo lane, and Neith up against Bellona in the solo lane. So that's coming your way in just a couple minutes.
Yep, we'll have that for you guys here in just a few. We'll see exactly how these games do end up playing out. Stick around, enjoy the music. We'll be back with the game in just a few.
'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go high, high, high. As you shoot across the sky, high, high.
And now Hindu Man is covered for the caster poking fun. Team Arcadia facing off against these didn't update again. Production things were going reasonably well today until this happened. Gold Fury is also floating in midair. This is not right. There's some clients messing up too. It's not just me. Client.
Well, see, he wasn't floating in midair. He was actually landed on the perch of the edge of that wall, but because of the spectator cam, it doesn't show. Ah. Wasn't a bug at all.
Clearly, then, the Gold Fury should be sitting down a little bit, so she's not floating in midair for all intent and purposes. Zygox realizing that friendly fire is not enabled in Smite, as Darzer apparently angered him greatly as he throws more fireworks. He thinks he's Agni, he's attempting to throw fire bombs up in the air and down onto people, and it's not working out. The game, however, look what's going on this left side of the jungle. What the hell are these teams doing? It's a three-man right side start, attack speed buff invade. Vote MBK is on Bellona.
I totally missed that.
I don't know.
Bellona
To be fair, we missed picks and bans in their entirety, so that's not really all that surprising. Yeah, let's talk about these team comps, because there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on for Team Arcadia. Bellona AD carry is going to be interesting. There's a lot of waves that are coming out with that hammer bash, the AoE in hands. Look at the waves right now as well, just about to be brought down evenly. They could look for a fight as the Bacchus Belch of the Gods comes out for some damage. That disarm at low levels as well off that Scourge is going to be pretty effective, because early on, it's all about those in hands.
Yeah, big man Tings gets body slammed on again. Belly flopped. Anyway, yeah, so the reason they're switching around these matchups is you're 100% right. Apollo clears the waves with auto attacks. So Beautiful does not do anything towards clearing those waves. So if they ever disarm him, they push him back, and he starts to lose out a lot of golden XP, or he's forced to take damage. Bobasura, on the other hand, he can, and Bobasura and Lopez, right? They're both on hunters that clear the wave instantly with abilities. They're not about in-hands, so the Bellona matchup doesn't do all that well. This is some really, really smart calling.
Yeah, well, so it's going to be interesting. One of the potential issues with Anhur in the duo lane is the fact that Impale, while it is a great ability, it is very, very mana intensive. Look what's floating around his waist right now. Lovely blue belt of mana regeneration. That
and
would
the fact that
certainly help him out.
VoteMBK also lost his attack speed buff, and they picked up a second one. Sorry, no, VoteMBK got 2 mana buffs, attack speed buffs, and Zygox got none. So that's huge, right? They're trying to shut down Apollo and buy some nice space for Bellona to farm and whatnot, and it's working really, really well. Their strategy was perfectly drafted and perfectly executed. Yep,
there you go, forward. That attack speed buff as well can't be underestimated with Bellona. It's not only going to increase the wave clear with the hammer, it's an AoE in-hand ability while it is up and active. When she then dashes forward with the shield bash, every 3 attacks she's getting a stack. Those stacks don't happen that much more quickly. With Scourge, she's going to be attacking that much more quickly. The lifesteal, it is every 3rd hit. I believe it's every 3rd hit. Not every hit. Right? Yeah, every 3rd hit. Shield bash might be, I don't know. Stuff. Attack speed very much benefits Bellona, Bacchusura. I'm going to keep doing this today because apparently Bacchus is Bacchusura in my head. If someone actually plays Bacchusura, he will then be Bacchus. Because that's how my brain sometimes decides to work. Like how 2 weeks ago, Anvil of Dawn became Defender of Olympus. We didn't see Thor all week long, or vice versa, whatever it was. Defender Olympus became Anvil of Dawn or stuff. I don't know. My brain sometimes crosses wires and stuff.
Looking for 2 sets of mid camps, though. I think they got the right set. They definitely got the left-hand set. The Pikachu would have been the only one to get experience on that right-hand set. If they did get it,
hello.
Lopez on the right-hand lane was outboxing Bulbasaur in a long portion of that lane, and quite rightly with Unravel, you know, heals up. He's got nothing to really do that, and he gets killed, so... That's a really, really good play coming through from Lopez.
Yeah, when we were over there zooming in to kind of check out that lovely blue belt that Anhur was styling and displaying for everyone's enjoyment, you could the health bars, so I didn't actually talk about it, but Bulbasaur was definitely getting outpoked by Lopez, so... Unfortunately, that's one of the issues with that Transcendence start. You can rely on health potions to a decent degree, but look at the bars. Did actually Lopez I think just went back to base, finished off Transcendence.
He did.
He went back to base.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he. I don't know for sure, but you know he had to have had health potions. If not, then he did a real great job outpoking Bulbasaur, who did have health potions. So, yeah, Unravel has a heal built into it. It's not 4 health potions or 3 health potions. It's decent, but it's not quite that extra little bit of that the health pots will give you. Actually, you know what? I can check.
They both started identical build.
Yeah.
They both started identical build, so they would have had the same set of potions and whatnot, and they had that mana buff. And, you know, they had everything they really needed. Unravel in that scenario is the stronger, because you can save your potions.
I was just wondering if...
Guess what that's forced? Guess what that's forced? Bulbasaur did not finish Transcendence. He had to come back in a lane, clear one wave, go base, and look at Lopez. Immediately, he's just like, mana buff spawning, let's steal this away. Let's deny it from an Anhur who has got now no real strong way to clear the wave without losing something.
Lopez going to go ahead and secure that with a Spirit Arrow. It will lay on the ground to rot and just taunt Bulbasaur as he returns back to lane. Lopez just didn't want to risk picking it up because he knew they were already on their way back to base. I believe he actually caught vision of Bulbasaur as he was rotating through that little entryway to the jungle. So they knew that he was there. Thor's going up looking for the kill. There's the backflip straight on back out. The shifting sand is going to slow him down, but the Anvil Dawn barely missing. Damage could still be. The Desert Fury comes in out to secure that kill. Pikachu gets impaled back towards the wall. Doesn't quite connect. Looking for it. Let's see if he can find the hits. Go here. Going for the stuns. Refraction Shield. Didn't take any damage. Not going to have that stun available. Had he... Bulbasaur and Mr. Crunchy would have taken a lot of damage, although I believe the Disperse and the Majona's Attunement were both available to get out of the Tremors if he had been, Pikachu had looked for those kills.
Yeah, so it was a really, really nice god by Bulbasaur and Crunchy. They didn't quite land the Thor ultimate, but they got him in range for the stun, and that's what they really needed. And provided another wall for the Impale to work on. Which is always handy. But yeah, that's just... Oh my god, Vote MBK stole away the second attack speed buff on this left-hand side as well.
Yeah. They're going to
because his is still up.
Yeah, they're going to look to... They did take that, so it's not a case that's been up since the beginning of the game, but this is how you extend an early game lead. You apply pressure to the enemy jungle, and you don't let up on that pressure. It's all about not only getting them behind, but keeping them there. It's like, oh, we killed them early. We got that jungle buff. Great, you have 1,000 gold lead as actually Big Man Ting's applying some shockwave pressure to Team Arcadia in the jungle. I'm gonna go ahead and back off Big Man Tings. Let's be careful though, 3 members closing in on Bellona looking to get forward and apply some damage. Pikachu will arrive to help him out. Harpies are up! Can they find it? Big Man Ting took a lot of damage and a stun as the counter to drop down. Vote MBK finds a kill.
Zigox is going backline looking for Crunchy. Stactimus Prime is ticking out. He's going to die down to the dots coming through from Daza, so he will pick that one up. And now Vote MBK is all over Zigox because of the Ras Knight was helping out Fexus with the one across the wall. He's going to clean that one up and a double kill as well. They're going to look for Daza as well, but I don't think they'll be able to secure that one. Path of Flames was already back up and they knew it. They backed off, but they picked up a bunch of kills. Great job, Arcadia.
Looking to apply that early game pressure, get themselves off. 20,000 gold mark just breached. Darzer, Fexes, boxing back and forth. Celestial Beam finds the kill onto Darzer. Fexes is... Have we seen a Searing Pain? Did it connect? That's my question.
Yes, it did. It did. It connected across Vote MBK. The only reason... Oh, not Vote MBK. Zigox. The only reason that Vote MBK was able to pick up Zigox was because of the Ras Snipe. And it layered across... It was perfectly positioned, so that it went right through the mid-camp gap as well. So, like, if it was going to hit anyone, he set up the perfect channel to hit multiple people.
I believe... Fexes has, in at least like 3 weeks of running, has yet to miss a Searing Pain on Ra.
He missed one.
He did
miss one, because I remember us going off about it. How bad he was after missing that one.
It really is terrible when you miss that ability. It's like the end of the world. This is the perfect time to do a heart's not in it thing, but we did that already. See, we blew it.
We did.
We blew it.
And I mean, I don't want to end up on the Reddit as well, so... But these guys, we all know that their hearts are in it.
To the Reddit! For things. All the things.
It's the amount of raw snipes he's hit. I don't want to BM Fexes because he's done an extraordinary job on Ra the last couple of weeks.
He's something like 95% on actually hitting people.
Yeah.
If you count multiple hits, he's actually well over 100%. Left side, Ziggox looking for some pressure onto Vote MBK. 1v2, he doesn't care.
Crunchy took to the air, slammed down, they've got the Eagles rally, they locked everything in place and they secure the Apollo kill, and with a Ra on their side, they could look for a Gold Fury, but again, they're just going to look to deny away this attack speed buff. Ziggox has not got a single buff this entire game.
Yeah, like I touched on
and they
earlier.
can do Gold Fury.
It's about applying that pressure constantly throughout the game. Not only put them behind, but keep them there. So many times, oh, we got an early kill, we got the early objective steal. The fact that you're 1,000 gold ahead at the 5-minute mark is nice. The fact that you're still 1,000 gold ahead, 20 minutes, not so much.
One goes through from Vexes and he slaps off Big Man Tings. Daza finds Bulbasaur on the rotation and will manage to secure that kill. Apollo's gonna land down here. Ziggox is just looking to help out Daza. I was thinking he might go aggressive from Ziggox, but they found Pikachu again.
Yep, right side tier 1 tower was picked up by Lopez, who stuck around to split push, and his team not winning this fight on the left-hand side of the map. A Gold Fury may be picked up in response here by Team Arcadia. Ziggox and Darz are trying to do what they can. Bombs coming down from the sky. Looks like only one in reserve. There's a second drop down as well. Stackness Prime is low, but Darz are not in a great spot. Will path the flames aggressively forward to actually join up with his Apollo. But the damage has been done. Team Arcadia found the kills. They found that Gold Fury as well. And yeah, the takeaway from that, Fex has missed again. What is he doing? This is just absurdly bad. It's the worst raw play we've ever seen. You missed 2 in 4 weeks. What are you doing?
Okay, to be fair, he might just be having a one-off game. It happens. We all have them. I have them every single game.
Okay, I'll give him that. Everybody gets one. Well, extend that to per week. So if he misses another one, we'll have to really be concerned something's wrong. Right side, Lopez gets caught out, forced the beads away from Mr. Crunchy's crowd control combo. Impale into the wall. Scumbag Bulbasaur, I believe, just made a miss. That was Bulbasaur saying, you know what, I'm going to intentionally do this to make sure you miss again. That scumbag Bulbasaur right there.
Well, anyway. Important thing to note is that even though you have an Anhur on the right-hand side, he's into a Neith, so you have hunters on both sides, right? Even though we've got Vote MBK playing 80 carry Bellona, you know, it's not like they don't have a ranged hunter. That ranged hunter just has a passive that is all early game centric. And his damage is early game centric, right? So they're actually going to fall off significantly come mid to late game. But Vote MBK is getting a lot of gold on the board. He's into a Frostbound Hammer already, and his next fight, he's going to be able to stick to whoever the heck he wants to. Ziggox is only at 41 stacks on Dev Gold, and so that's the only item he's got finished. So he's doing okay. It's not great, but he is at least keeping himself relevant in the game. He's 2 levels down, though, on Bellona.
She is, like you said, though, kind of mid-game god, and Team Arcadia are putting themselves in a good spot right now going forward. Only 11 minutes and 40 seconds in. There's a snipe to connect. Sacrifice will actually steal that kill away, but it is good to put another one on the board, nevertheless. Belch of the Gods gonna find one as Ziggox arrives from across the skies. Gonna little bit of poke back and forth once again, as, you know, mid-game is where Team Arcadia is really going to shine. That Bellona, especially Vote MBK, is going to be looking for that early game presence as a fight breaks out once again in the mid lane.
Yeah, and down comes the damage. The focus is on towards Crunchy, but Pikachu gets burst out first. They get the Tectonic Rift down, looking for Big Man Tings, but he's got enough space. He's going to get the heck out of here. Bellona, Vote MBK. I thought he might spot Ziggox out there and go straight for him, but if they've got a composition for going straight through a Fire Giant, they'd have to have this one, right? They've got a Ra, they've got Bellona, they've got Anhur. Their potential to take like a Fire Giant at 14 minutes is high.
It would still be a little bit risky with this team comp. There's actually no Wrath of the Gods online yet for the team either, so it would be really risky. There it is! Finally getting built up on that one. So yeah, that definitely... I don't know if this will be seeing an early Gold Fury, or Fire Giant rather. mix it up again. We saw an early Gold Fury already earlier in the game. It wasn't necessarily an early Gold Fury, but whatever. I'm getting off topic and on a tangent again. It's a possibility. It's always a possibility. We saw a team 2 weeks ago sneak one in early on. Anvil of Dawn dropped down mid lane, looking for kills on the Big Man Tings, and Lopez, he's going to backflip out, but Big Man Tings relying on that rollout. Can he get out safely? Looking like he will. In the backline, though, Voda MBK looking to chase his kill down. Frostbound doing work.
What? He didn't go for it. Stacked him as prime. I'm sure he's going to body slam straight in there. He's going to look for the flop and the kill, but the stun to come out from Duz is going to prevent that. Why did MBK not go for that? He had Frostbound. I'm totally lost.
And
there's a Fury across the backside from Gaza. There was no tower there. He could see the map.
I don't know. There was no Gold Fury. Left side Harpies were up, but yeah, there was definitely a kill potential coming out right there. Might have been a little bit concerned, but fight does still keep stacking his prime. Caught in the middle of that tectonic shift. Bulbasaur picks up a kill onto Darzer. As that's going to answer back 1 for 1. World Weaver finds Bulbasaur. Zygax looking to secure the kill, and will do that for the double. But
yeah, but they're going to secure mid lane tower for Team Arcadia and then get the heck out of here with the pont coming through from Big Man Ting. So, tower traded for 2 members. They get map pressure. Gold Fury's about to spawn though, and that could be the crucial deciding factor if Septum 7 secure that one.
Indeed. I'm going to actually quote this from chat because I like it. Yeah. Dr. Massacre. Vote MBK. He is a merciful god. Definitely a merciful god, allowing him to live in that situation. This one, maybe not so much. Blink will avoid the Eagles rally, but Big Man Tang's kind of caught out in the back line. We'll see. Will he? Will he? No.
Crossbound hammer. Misses the snipe though from Fexes. Zygox now starting to box out with Fexes. Fexes is in a world of trouble. He's going to try and fight him in the circle, but forced to run away. Vote MBK is the saving factor. Crunchy. He wants something. He wants something. He might find Lopez.
Gonna miss the stun, but he still has more fall. Backflip away. There's tectonic shift. A rift. Gonna actually go the other direction. Make sure Darzer can't actually force his way into this one. This could be our fault with Fexes. This could be the caster's curse because we just overhyped hitting every snipe so much that casters always have to be wrong about anything and everything they say ever. So Fexes is now cursed to miss every single snipe. This is our fault. I'm sorry.
I believe in him. I believe he's too talented, Bulbasaur.
We could invoke the caster's curse intentionally. I
don't want to. Fexes is such a good player.
Yeah, but if Fexes is the worst player ever. He can't hit a snipe to save his life.
Okay, does that invoke the caster's curse? I don't think it does. Anyway, Gold
Fury's does because we're always wrong. So because he's so bad and never hits any, he will now hit everything. Apparently, there's a fight going on somewhere.
Bulbasaur is locked down in the mid lane. Team Arcadia, though, they'll secure Gold Fury. I mean, it spawned. Septum 7 had the opportunity, but they wanted the kill on towards Bulbasaur. They remove him from the map, and they remove a large part of the fire giant pressure that they might have had if they found any kills from Arcadia.
Right side, trying to save the tier 2 tower. Mr. Crunchy not going to arrive in time. Lopez going to look to backflip out of this one just a second. Actually, that's the wrong side of the map, Lopez. We're going to look to lifesteal, get some more minions. He has accepted his fate. Going to look to box this one out with help of minions, but with Vote MBK coming on in, that turnaround was not going to be happening. Meanwhile, other side of the map, Double Hunters paying off once again as the tier 1 will fall out to another 500 gold in addition to that 1500 from that tier 2 just prior. Septum 7 looking to keep themselves in this game going forward for the next little bit at least. We'll see if they can hold on to what they've gained and not let it slide any further away.
I mean, they're only a little bit behind. You look at the curve on the XP graph. It's actually coming back up. They're doing a really, really nice job to bring that one back level. Gold on the right-hand side of the map did swing. It swung. Left-hand side, they got a tower. They tried to, excuse me.
Terrible.
Oh, excuse me. They traded for a kill on the right-hand side of the map. But, you know, they're making swings, and they're starting to bring it back.
And that was absolutely worth it. Fire Giant is 17 minutes in, a 4v5 Fire Giant fight. You don't want to put yourself in that spot, I'm sorry, but it's still going to be a risky ask for Team Arcadia. They have to win the fight. And Septum 7, as long as we don't commit to it, look how much peel they have as a team. They have the Tectonic Shift, they have the Shockwave, they have the Cataclysm. They can kind of just stand there and say, yep, you want to fight us, by all means, bring it on. But we have a very strong counter-engage to deal with you when you go to do that. They knew the Anvil of Dawn was down. They knew that, nothing else really down. The Anvil of Dawn was down. That's the big initiation tool. Pikachu, getting kind of walled off right here. He's the fat Loki. He should be okay. Looking to run away. Hits the Tectonic Shift to drop down if needed. Cataclysm going to be forced. They look for damage. Vexus took a lot.
Great bombs. That was a really, really nice set of positioning coming through from Daza, and now Lopez is doing some really nice ordering. Big Man Tings is solo, Bulbasaur on the backside. What are you even doing there? But you find a kill, so it's all worth it in the end. Lopez got a little bit drunk out there, and he was running in wrong directions. Crunchy's going to find a kill over on towards Daza, and Pikachu falls to Bulbasaur. So after all of that, Arcadia find a fantastic fight. Look at Zygox! What the hell are you even doing up here? Not helping your team. You're taking a Phoenix, that's what you're doing.
Mr. Crunchy's here to try and stop this right now, but he's up in the air. Zygox, does he have beads available? Yes, he does. He's going to go ahead and pop that one. He unfortunately got Phoenix aggro in the midst of that one. He's going to get forced to back off. Phoenix mid lane, however, Team Arcadia going to bring that one down. It did not work out. The split push in this instance, that Phoenix means fire minions for the next few minutes. We'll see if Team Arcadia can use that to advantage and look for more objectives here in the near future, because we talked about Fire Giant being a little bit risky ask. Those fire minions definitely going to help out a little bit.
Yeah, and they're looking for a Fire Giant, and by all rights, they could totally take this right now as well. They knew they were sitting on top of a ward. They don't have... Oh my god, look at that sentry ward in the pit of the Fire Giant. The ward coming through from Septum 7 is literally... It just died off. Never mind. It was literally like 3 pixels outside the circle. It was like literally just on the edge of the circle.
I don't believe you.
It was insane.
It
was insane.
Don't believe it. Can't see it.
Go ahead and rewind.
No, we're not rewinding.
Go ahead and rewind.
No, I'm being a pain. I'm just being... I believe you. I'll take your word for it. I'm very skeptical, but I'll take your word for it.
Better at math than you. Totally all of 3. But yeah, that was just insane how close the ward was. So maybe that's some specific placement from Septum 7, but look how deep the ward is in the pit. That's the major problem coming through from Team Arcadia. But not able to split push with Zygox. Not able to split push with Zygox, and not able to do it successfully, and it's time for the Fire Giant.
They had a tier 2. The problem was the Phoenix fell as well, otherwise they would have been answering back 1 for 1. Golden experience-wise, though, despite that Phoenix being down, it is still a slight gain towards even for Septum 7 in that overall situation. The Fire Minions pushing forward, they're going to take longer to kill, but there's a slight advantage. They will be more quickly on that side of the map, so they can kill them more frequently. That's kind of the small takeaway benefit. I mean, that's... yeah, I don't know if you really call it a benefit. It's like, this is like looking on the bright side of things. Backside, Bulbasaur trying a little too hard to solo that gold Fire Giant. Going to be forced back to base. This is an opportunity for Septum.
Yeah, down comes the raining fire from Daza. Zygox is ulted in here, and there's no Anhur to really follow this up, but Daza's solo, and Vodemir will secure that one. Down comes Thor, slams in, looking at Big Man Tiggs. He's gone next. Lopez, he's in no reason to continue doing any damage, but look at that man's on towards Vodemir. He lives with a sliver of health. Zygox finally with a So Beautiful is going to clean that one up. Crunchy's in a world of hurt, so they find some nice kills back, but now Bulbasaur is going to rejoin.
He is indeed here. Pikachu boxing back 1v1. Front line of the fight, Zygox can actually be let go. They turn their attention back towards the Pikachu they know they can confirm the kill on right now. Stactimus Prime getting another kill in there. 3-2 and 11 for him so far this matchup. And they turn their attention straight on to that Fire Giant. Zygox across the skies is down. This one is going to be in the bag for Team Arcadia just in a few more moments. They'd have to all fall asleep to lose this one at this point. That's going to be the Fire Giant buff across 3 members of the Team Arcadia lineup. We'll see if they can convert this to extra objectives going forward. There's some towers to take. There are some, well, no exposed Phoenixes. Some towers the Phoenixes left to take overall. Gold Fury has respawned as well. Look at the gold in hand. There's a decent little chunk for some of these guys to go back and spend. Not quite a tier of an item for Bulbasaur, but yeah, he just went back to base, so yeah, it is what it is.
They won that fight 4v5 from Arcadia. Bulbasaur based right at the start of that fight because he just procced his RC passive and he couldn't tank up the Fire Giant anymore. And as soon as he procced the RC passive, it was the right call to just get the heck out of there. You can't DPS safely when your RC passive is down because you can't heal, right? But they won that fight. Why? Bellona was just sitting all over whoever the heck she wanted to. This is such a good game coming through for VoteMBK. He is on top of his game today.
Yeah. They're playing this one very, very well in the way the team comps are going. I mean, Bulbasaur at least wasn't there for that fight. Part of it comes down to where exactly they're going to group up for this. There's a lot of AoE damage coming out from Team Arcadia, so if Septem 7 want to fight in these jungle lanes, they have to make sure they're not grouping up too much, and the response to it, Big Man Tings was caught in the middle of a big part of that engagement. The magic resistance is not yet there, and when you're up against the Ra and Bacchus, if you catch the full combo from those guys, even as a Guardian, you're going to take a lot of extra damage. Tier 1 tower left lane going to fall, not being defended. No surprise there. Tier 2, they're standing nearby, but you can see them letting that one go as well. It's going to come down to these Phoenix defenses. Mid lane especially, it's already weakened. It's going to be really tough to defend this because they're rotating over right now to take this one back down.
And they've got the damage, they've got the tankiness as well. It's up to stuns of the
Bulbasaur destroyed!
Oh my god, yeah, corner deleted at the start of that fight. The next focus, who's it gonna be? They're trying to work on towards Daza from the side of Arcadia. It's VoteMBK doing all the work, but Septum Prime now comes through. They can't really confirm him. The Phoenix is still beating on them. Daza lives with a sliver of health. Septum Prime forced to run away. Zygox is gonna confirm that one, and the fight is gonna continue. The focus is on towards Fexes, and look at Zygox rejoining the fight. He is huge for his team, and he turns it around for their favor. Wow, what a fight from Septum 7.
Fire Giant curse lives on. Another team gets the Fire Giant. Another team... That wasn't even... We're going for the Phoenix. We're just going to rotate towards the middle of the map. Septum 7 pulled that trigger. Blink Cataclysm into just destroying, for lack of a better word, Bulbasaur. He just exploded in that engagement. What was that engagement?
Set up totally by...
He exploded to the initiation. The fight hadn't even started and he was gone.
It was the Daza actually landed the 3-man stun right as the Blink Cataclysm came down. So there was already a stun, and then that stun got increased, and Bulbasaur from Rain Fire Bombs just landing on his head in the wave, the Flame Wave, and everything as well. And then if they ever had found Daza, then, you know, it could have been VoteMBK turning around and looking for somebody else. It could have been Stactimus Prime turning around and looking for somebody else. They kept Zygox busy, but it didn't really matter when Lofez was just doing that Mount Chin hand as well.
Yeah. Gold Fury getting started by Team Arcadia right now, but Septum 7 bought themselves some much-needed time. They took down Fire Giant off the enemy team with about a minute and 15 seconds remaining on that one. So we're back to not necessarily even right now. Look at that golden experience graph. The bleed has been stopped completely. The problem is Septum 7 need to find a way to start that gold going back their way. That last team fight victory was a big part of it. If they can do that again, could turn this one around, but the fight is on mid.
Yeah, they're looking to focus down on towards Daza, and Crunchy lands on top of him. He's got a stone shield to try and keep him alive, but they've got the burst damage. They find one. Vexes is trying to run away from Zygox, but now there's a World Weaver slapping him in the face, and Zygox will confirm that one. It's a 1-for-1 at this point in time, and it's mid laner for mid laner. It's an even trade.
This is interesting here so far. I mean, this game is very, very close. This is anybody's game as it stands right now. We saw last game go 40 minutes plus. We see, looking at this one, it's looking to be, again, that very long duration game. They could seriously look to defend this tier 2 tower right now and not allow Team Arcadia to get any more gold. Mana buff not going to be able to defend that one. It's brought down very, very quickly. This game is still up for grabs for anybody right now. Septum 7
blinked in, and he did burn the beads of Bulbasaur. Anyway, back to what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, this game is still up for grabs for anybody. Septum 7 are playing this game beautifully from behind. They have a very, very strong initiation. Those double hunters, crit is just starting to come on right now, so the game is about to take a big turn. Not slightly for the worst, Bulbasaur's crit's coming online right now as well, but 2 hunters versus the one that VoteMBK Bellona, while it has been doing work this entire game so far, Bellona's a bit of a mid-game god. They have no anti-healing, so Scourge is going to help out a little bit, but going the front lines with that crit online, yeah, she has Midgardian Mail, yeah, she has a Frostbound Hammer, there's a lot of debuffs coming out for attack speed against whoever she chooses, more or less, but they have 2 hunters. They're going to be able to shred through her if she overextends even slightly.
Itemization from Lofez, opting to go the Titan's Bane route. This is really, really good for just Neith. Neith is like the only hunter that this properly works for, right? Everyone else, it's kind of just not really worth it. She can go any itemization down that sort of tree of the Jotun's Wrath and all those sort of hammers and slap, the big slappy things, but it also works well because Executioner already online for Zygox. You can't double stack the Executioner, you can only get one Executioner stacking, removing physical protections from somebody. So going for a Titan's Bane means that you aren't ordering the same person and getting no worth out of your items. Yeah,
if they're focusing the same target as well, it's going to be a lot of extra damage from Lofez. Not quite hyper carry level damage necessarily, but it's going to do a lot of work to increase it. VoteMBK diving deep in the backline did find a stun onto VoteMBK, who back out to safety. Zygox, however, will fall. VoteMBK setting the fight up for his team.
Yeah, now Lopez is forced to use his sprint to bypass that slow coming through from the Frostbound Hammer, but that Bellona is still beating on whoever the heck she wants. Daza, though, is getting focused out, and that's crucial. Bobasura with the Desert Fury is going to confirm that one. The next focus, what's it going to be? They're going to fall back because they've got control of the Fire Giant pit.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate initiation and conversion to a kill for Team Arcadia. Zoning out is going to be Mr. Crunchy and Vote MBK, as the Fire Giant will be picked up by the rest of the team. We'll see if it's going to be another Fire Giant curse occurrence, and Septum 7 can find another teamfight victory against the fully Fire Giant buff team of Team Arcadia going forward here, or if they can possibly turn things around yet again and remove that buff from all over the place. It's going to be interesting. They're going to look to extend this right away into another tower pickup here. It's 1,500 more gold. There's already a lot of gold in hand for some of the members of Team Arcadia. I can't say no. What is Septem 7 going to need to look to do already? They need to look to defend and stop Team Arcadia from actually getting any more of these Phoenixes off the table. But at the same time, they have a really, really good Seize composition. The Fire Giant buff for that regen, with the healing coming out from Fexes, and not really much healing coming out. There's the Lotus Crown line online as well for extra protections from Fexes. They need to burst people down and out, and they don't really have much options in the way of big overtime healing. Yeah, the Solar Blessing is an overtime heal ability. It's a HUD. It's not a quick, I'm gonna keep you alive instantly. They can zone people out, but at the same time, they have a Fire Giant buff to help things out a little bit.
Both MBK, Basura, they've both got healing online. That's kind of, it's just saying, hey, they've got multiple palms, we're just going to be like, yo, we're going to deal with it. And especially because there's a Heavenly Agility online from Ra as well. Like, yep. It's basically saying everything. What I really want to see from this game, Bobasura hasn't positioned the best this game so far, but that's not what you expect coming from your solo lane. And normally your solo laners don't need to worry about their positioning as much because they're big, they're beefy. So he's the one they need to focus down, and because he's not normally a hunter, he's gonna get focused down a lot easier, but Lopez as well gets focused down. Fexes got burst out very early on there. Now across the skies, they're looking for a snipe. Where can they find it?
They did a lot of work in that engagement. The problem is they were not able to fully follow up on it. The setup was there, the follow-up not so much. And with that Solar Blessing and the Fire Giant, look at those health bars shoot straight back up to full. Mr. Crunchy up in the air in case they looked for a possible re-engagement on this initial one. But look at the health bars. They're full more or less across the board. Fexes is about to be topped off right now. Right side Phoenix being brought down slowly but surely as Red is in the back line once again. They're looking for the Phoenix, though, for the moment.
Daza might go forward looking for Bobasura. They did burst him out to half health. The Phoenix is still living this time around, but they've got heals. In comes Pikachu, though. He was looking for what he kept, but he got impaled immediately back out. Big Man Tings is going to be the next focus as he starts to come forward. Ziggox is doing what he can, but he's at half health as well. Look at the snipes! The hammer, the slam! It's onto what's Lopez, and they secure his kill to be first. But now they're forced to run away from the side of 727. They can't do much. They need to top up those health bars. Ziggox!
Good Stone Shield. Kept him from taking a lot of that damage. This is the problem against this team comp right now, sieging down these Phoenixes. That's 2 of the 3 so far. They're looking for kills right now. Disperse over the Tectonic Shift, gets Bulbasaur out to a safe spot again. Pikachu in the back, forced to run away and retreat. Darzer as well, low on health, having to run through and around those minions to make sure he can actually get back to the fountain safely. They're making good uses. They might right now be regretting the lack of healing coming out for that team. Granted, it's overtime healing, so maybe not quite so much. They have the Divine Ruin on Darzer to help things out a little bit, but the big issue is they're down a hunter. A lot of their crowd control, a lot of damage gone. The snipe connects again. Darzer forced back to the fountain, but can't make it. Crunchy picks up a kill.
Yeah, now Ziggox is the main damage source left, and Big Man Tings and Pikachu are just trying to run out of this fight. Bobasura doing what he can. He's a long way forward if they can secure him, but Ziggox can't get there. And the Titan, it's starting to take too much damage. It's at 50%. It's falling quickly. Lopez respawns. They can't secure anything. And Septum 7 lose this one. Team Arcadia are gonna win. And I tell you what, if Septum 7 loses next game to Team Illusion, we have a 3-way tie at the top of Group A.
Wait, is that for the tie?
It's a 3-way tie at the top of Group A because right now it's 4-1 coming through from Septum 7. Team Illusion, SixSigma are going to be 4-2.
Yep. Crazy.
Because they lock.
Crazy
and
stuff.
Team Illusion are currently 3-2.
Indeed. Well,
this is like the worst possible outcome of Group A.
That's the worst possible
for
outcome.
us.
for us. This is crazy hype stuff. A three-way tie will be absolutely absurd. We have one more game to go to kind of round things out. It is going to be up next. Septem 7 facing off against Team Illusion. Losing Road did forfeit all games for the day, so actually Team Arcadia is technically +1 where they are currently standing. Because of that matchup, we'll automatically default over to those guys, so looking at the final standing numbers here in a minute. We'll have that updated on screen for you guys in just a few minutes, guys. We're going to cut to a quick little break. We'll cover any possible little situations going forward right now. The possibility for a big tie will be coming up in just a little bit, guys. Stick around. Enjoy the music. We're back here in just a few.